is up, you guys? This is Mini Superheroes Today. Hey guys, today we'll be taking a look at the LEGO Marvel set 76037 Rhino and Sandman Supervillain Team-Up. This came out in June of 2015 and only had 386 pieces. It retailed for $40 and came with 4 exclusive minifigures. I'll explain why when we get to the minifigure section, but this is a cool nostalgic set that came with a lot of cool pieces, and I'm really excited to break it down, so let's get into it. So naturally, we'll start off with Spider-Man up first. Now, back in the day, this was a big deal to get the dual molded legs. Now, you know, in like 2021, last year, there were several Spider-Men that came with the dual molded legs, but back then, this was a big deal, and it was the first and only Spider-Man set for a while that had these legs in them. Otherwise, the torso and head are exactly the same as the 2012 Spider-Man, so he did come in a lot of sets back in the day, but those legs were definitely an awesome highlight for this one. We also got our first ever Iron Spider in this set. Now, you could see that he's got like a black neck brace with a stud on the back that you put this 1x1 brick with studs on the sides to give him his arms, but otherwise, it's a really nice figure. We've gotten more than just this Iron Spider over the years. Of course, we got the MCU Iron Spider, and there was an updated version that came out, I think, in 2020, if I'm not mistaken, but anyways, it's a great figure. Definitely harkens back to, you know, the time in LEGO Marvel when pretty much every time we got a figure, it was like the first time ever. So it's definitely a classic, even if it's not all that different from the more recent version. My favorite minifigure in this set is Sandman. It's a really great figure, and I love the way that he kind of has, like, sand splashed up his torso. Although, to this day, I really wish we could just get a regular Sandman torso without sand on it. Regardless, he comes with this brick-built sand hammer, and over the years, that piece is cracked due to stress. But he came with, like, some blue diamonds in this set that, you know, were, like, the thing that I guess he and Rhino were trying to steal. The head was brand new for this figure, and I really like the angry face on the other side as well. It's just a classic figure, and the first ever LEGO Sandman that Marvel offered us. And finally, we have the Rhino minifigure. Of course, he uses that head that came with the angry clones back in the day, most closely associated with that. And otherwise, it's a pretty plain figure. It's kind of based off of the more modern interpretations of Rhino. I almost said Iron Man. Of Rhino, where he has a mech suit. Speaking of which, let's take a look at that mech suit. It's, of course, entirely brick-built. I really like the head that he's got there. And then, of course, you can lift that forward, pull forward this roll bar, and then the back of the minifigure's legs click in there just like that. And then you can click him back into the suit, and now he's powered up. Now, at first, I thought that maybe, like, the 77 was a reference to Rhino's first appearance, but he first appeared in the 60s, so I really don't know what the 77 is. But anyways, it's a very cool figure. Of course, we've got ball joints for the upper arms and the legs down here. Uh-oh, looks like there's a dog hair in there or something. That's what you get when you buy these sets used. Anyways, a little bit of ball joint action there. You've got the ball joints on the ankles as well as the wrists. And then both hands have 2 white stud shooters, but I kind of like it too because they look like they could be Rhino hooves. So you could have them like charge into battle or whatever. But it is a very, very cool build and probably the most memorable part of this set. And then, of course, that brings us to the actual set. Now, I'll give it a quick 360 spin. It's obviously a sandy construction site, the perfect place for Sandman and Rhino to create some mayhem. I really like that built into the set, we have a couple Sandman features, like this hand, which, of course, can, like, hold a minifigure hostage like that. And then we also have another hand up top here, which kind of flips backwards. So, you know, Spider-Man could be in here. Maybe you shoot a web and it pushes him out. Whatever the case may be. There's a little caution sign right back here. Let me get that in focus. There's a little caution sign there, and when you move that back, it reveals a little holding tank for where, you know, you could put the gems that come in this set. That's where those are supposed to go. Up front here, we have this web. I always thought that this was weird, though, because, like, what are the corners of the web attached to? But the whole point is that you can flick that web back, so I think that the idea is for like Rhino to charge in and like knock the web over or something. Not 100% clear. We have a big road plate right there with lots of sand stickers on it. And then the other play feature, which is a little bit odd, is these little beams here. Now you can see that they're like these tall beams that have sand stickers on them. Let's get it in focus. There we go. But they're supposed to go on these like 1x2 jumpers. So get it back in focus there. It goes on those 1x2 jumpers, but they don't stay on there very long. Like, see how it just popped right out there? A little strange. So that's a bit odd. And then if we zoom out, let's take a look at this. This big piece here twists. I need to adjust the tripod so we can get the whole thing in there. There we go. This whole crane twists, and there's some stickers on it, of course. And we also have this, which when we move this lever forward, see that lever right here? When we move it forward or back, it lowers or raises that boulder piece. So, you know, that could knock over some characters or whatever. And then, of course, we've got this white spider web that Spider-Man can swing off of. So you could put Iron Spider or regular Spider-Man on there and have him swing around the construction set. It's a cool set. It's definitely not one of the best from Lego Marvel, but it's memorable. And if you don't have any of the figures, it's definitely one to hunt down. So be sure to stick around. We'll wrap this up. And yeah, let's get on. Well, guys, let me know what you thought of this set. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you guys on the next video. And until next time, build on. Well, you made it to the end of the video. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and maybe check out one of my other videos listed here.